Welcome to Music Motivation and Mindset. My name is John Parker. It must be Thursday night if we're on, right? 7 o'clock or close to it. Sorry, we're a little bit late. I was having some technical difficulties, but we're back and everything should be good from here on out, right? So my special guest tonight is someone I've known for a very, very long time. I actually signed her back in 1996 when I was at Robbins Entertainment. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about a lot of the stories. Some road stories that are pretty funny, and the whole history. But we're also, later on, I went to my personal collection and grabbed one of these. It is a special edition CD. There were only, I think, 500 of them printed up. A lot of them went to radio stations. And we're going to be picking someone who's watching on Twitch to get this. And we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Raquel will just pick someone at random. All right. So with that said, let's bring on our special guest this evening. It is Rockell. Oh, I got to give you the applause. Hold on. Applause. There you go. What's going on?
What's going on?
Not much. It's just a nice little Thursday. We got some snow on the ground here, and you must be a little bit tired because I know you traveled today.
I did. Came to see my parents, and I had to introduce Mark to my parents for the first time in 2 years. So,
oh, cool. There you go.
Yeah, we just landed. We just got in. Nothing was normal. It never is. But
here I am. Life.
I'm like, oh my God, the computer, my makeup, I have nothing. So
no, literally, she just called me like maybe 20 minutes ago and said, I just got here.
Yeah.
Like, the airport, there's kind of like a few little glitches there, but hey, look, we're here, we're live, and everything's good. I'm trying to think the last time I saw you. It's probably when you played. Yeah, well, definitely over a year ago, but probably pretty close to that. Yeah. Did you do like maybe Casino World? Was that the last time, or was it Westbury? Probably Westbury.
Come on, I used to do these questions. John, when was the last time you saw me?
We'll say Westbury. We're going to go with Westbury. All right.
I like it. I like it.
Cool. All right. Well, let's say hello to a few people. We got Speedy. Speedy's watching.
Hey, what's up, brother?
There he is. There you go. Sedona 95. Hey, John. Hey, Rockell.
Hey.
That must have been fun. Everything is fun, Speedy. You know that.
Yeah.
You should know that by now. There is no unadventures with Rockell.
No, it's not. I mean, but they're not all bad. They're fun.
No. Hey, look. You know what I mean? You have to have a little excitement, right?
Oh yeah, I bring it. I bring it.
That's true. All right, so Rock, let's think back to how did you first get into singing? Was it something you did as a kid, or like what gave you interest in doing that? Not just professionally, but just doing it to even work up to that part.
I did not know that I had a good voice. We were in church, my whole life, and always sang in the choir and all the church plays and all that stuff. And my brother played the drums. Everybody in my family played an instrument except me. I didn't want anything to do with it. And so I just started singing, and that was my instrument. My mom and my brother realized it really early on that I had no interest in anything else. And but I was pretty good at that. So that's how that started. He goes, wow, kid, like you can really sing anybody. Like this is something that you should you should. I was like, okay, I'm 7, so okay. And then it just kind of went on from there. And then I had no idea. I wanted to be an attorney. I did not have not that I didn't have a desire. I guess I just didn't know, the avenue, the direction, how to do it, being a, growing up Christian, it's not like I can, I had that avenue, but it happened perfectly and brilliantly. And it's my own little Cinderella story. So, it's kind of cool. Yeah. I was working in a bar and I was singing Killing Me Softly. And someone said, wow, do you want to come in and audition to do background vocals for my album? And I was like, oh, you want to sleep with me?
Typical story I was discovered, but
you like me. And then sure enough, 2 days later, he called and picked me up, and I went into the studio with Junior Wilson. I still miss you, Papa. He passed on us a couple of years ago, but he made it happen for me. Incredible writer. 2 weeks later, I had a production deal. And then about 2 weeks later, I was signed to Robbins. So before that, I was living on the street. I was a club kid. I was on every rolling drug possible. So it was, a new start, a brand new beginning, and, got me off the streets. And like I said, I don't think I'd be alive at this point if it wasn't for the fact that God gave me this gift. And then, just put all these amazing people to, to kind of get me started and give me a new life. Look at me, I'm getting all fun. Yeah, it was a big move for me, getting off the streets and finally having an opportunity for a life or something,
Right.
So it was great. It's great. It's exciting.
Yeah. So it did move really fast once you were in the studio until you did get signed. And I remember because at the time we were pretty new. We were in our first year at Robbins, and the general manager came in with a box full of cassette tapes. And he's like, these are guys that I, worked with over the last year, and like, see if there's anything in there that you might, think is good. And I'm going through them, and literally it's cassette tapes. It's not like now where you can go, okay, or needle drop something really quickly.
Aging us both.
And you're pressing fast forward. All right, when's this over? When's this over? But it was probably the last or the next to last cassette in the box. And I dropped it in there, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And it really caught my ear from the first listen. And I brought in the radio guy at the time that was there and said, do you think you can get this played? And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, cool, we got to bring it to Corey. So we brought it over to Corey, and he signed it. But do you remember?
Oh,
I hear
okay.
you. There you go.
I'm sure it's me.
Do you remember the name of the group on the cassette? Like, what was the name of the group when you first signed?
Crush Jellyhead, right?
No, not what we first signed, but what was on the demo tape that I got? Do you remember? You were part of a group apparently that you may not have known. It was Illmatic Digital featuring Rockell.
I was not aware that I was in a group. News to me, 23 years later.
Yeah, Junior actually had labeled it Illmatic Digital featuring Rockell, and somewhere in my collection, I still have that cassette tape. Yeah.
No, I didn't know I was in a group. Fun facts for everyone, right?
See, everyone learns something new here. That's why we do this.
That's it. Like it.
There you go. What's up, Gino Corporelli?
Hey, Bird.
There you go. CJ's here. Last time I saw you perform was at TKA on Long Island at Dublin Deck.
Oh, that was a fun show. My boys, I miss all performing with them so much. I'm so lonely.
I want to be out on the road.
I need to get out of my house. Please.
But all right, so Robin signs the record, right?
Yeah.
And I remember first meeting you because we had to go do a show for DJ Times. Do you remember that night? Remember that day? Actually, it was all day, but
yeah, it was all day.
So, but being experienced, me and the radio guy should have known to ask you this beforehand. But do you remember we went to lunch? We went to Burger King first, and we were all wearing those stupid little crowns. And then we're just about to hit the Outer Bridge crossing because we got to go to Atlantic City. And I say, Rock, do you have the tape to perform tonight? And you were like, what? Like, you didn't know you needed one?
Uber prepared. I was.
It was all of us. And we had to call Junior, go all the way back to where he was on the other side of Staten Island. And he had to make, a tape for you to sing on that night.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
I think, and him going, come on, kid. Come on. Come on. That's not A-game rock. That's not A-game rock.
So, yeah, we went down there. You performed that night. That was like the first. Yeah, well, that was the first time on stage performing as an artist, or no?
Yeah, as an artist, absolutely. In church, I mean, no, but as an artist, yeah, it was crazy. It was like all these professional people and some people that DJs and some of the audience and it was insane. And then I just remember standing up there in my leather pants and on this stage, and you guys introduced me, and I was just like, okay, I'm ready. I felt like I had like vibrato just from the shakes and being fucking horrified. But yeah, it was amazing. It was so much fun. I had such a blast at that show. just because people are loving me up. They're like, hey, who's this new girl? And I was like, it's me. And then me. But yeah, but yeah, it was fun to meet everybody and to, see all the DJs. Like, I mean, I think at that point I didn't even realize that this was like such I know it sounds stupid, but like such a huge industry. You know what I mean? Because I sang Christian music and I was a gymnast for so many years, and that was really my lane. So coming into this, I guess I just couldn't grasp or fathom that, all the back behind the scenes stuff, and who all made it happen, and this producer and this one pushed this one and that one and this one and this one, and it was just crazy to learn all of that all in one day and sing at the same time. So yeah, it was interesting. I was young, so I was 17. But it was fun.
Shh. We're not supposed to tell people we got you in there at 17.
Oh, I was 18. I just turned 18. As a matter of fact, wait a minute, because I turned 18 in March.
Right. So you probably were 18 then, because
I was 18.
Yeah, it was definitely at the end of the summer, I think.
And if I wasn't, it's really too late to go back now
and do something about it.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Plus, you got to meet the wonderful Mr. Izzy Sanchez that night.
I did.
Bob Burke.
Oh yeah, Bob, who has been key also, alongside you and making me special.
You're always special. We just brought it to the world. We brought that specialness to everyone.
Good way to put it. Thanks.
Very cool. All right, so we have, I Fell in Love. It starts to get radio play. Do you remember the first time you heard it on the radio?
I do. I was driving. I stole. Well, stealing is a very harsh word. I borrowed my biological father's truck out of the driveway.
Okay.
And I was going to meet all my friends up Highland Boulevard at the Pergament Shopping Plaza, where they were all race cars, and they brought all their fancy cars. And, I was the young in there. And I remember driving down Highland Boulevard, and I pulled up to a light, and it's March 4th, by the way, March 4th. Oh shit! Sorry. So I'm completely together. So I remember driving down. I pulled up to a light, and I was like, "I fell in love." Oh my God, that's fucking me! And I remember pulling up to all my friends. I was going, "I'm on the radio! Do you hear that? Start it on! I'm on the radio!" So yeah, but I was singing it before I realized it was me. So it had to be a good song.
There you go. So, that had a great run. It was actually, a Hot 100 hit, which was, really special at the time. When it came out, when I first heard it, my instant thought process wasn't, hey, this is a freestyle record. Yeah. I just thought it was a record for the time. It just sounded like, it almost sounded more like a Planet Soulish kind of track than it did freestyle to me.
That's what I heard a lot. Similarities between the two. Yeah.
So, but it was interesting because it was probably when In a Dream hit that the freestyle community really opened its arms to you.
Yeah. And even then it took a little nudge, the freestyle community. Yes. Radio actually picked it up, and it was amazing, which I thought was crazy. And I heard that it was crazy that they were picking up a freestyle record after so long, and it was really into like full rotation. It was doing so well. So that was I was blown away by that in itself.
Right.
Crazy.
Do you remember the story about how you got that record?
No, but I do remember dodging my manager and Joe Tucci at the airport and going home because I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. So what had happened was there was a girl out in the Bay Area called Josette who came out with a record, which was In a Dream, which actually her version was a cover as well, because there was another group that did it first. And we tried to sign it, and we came close to signing that version, but the distributor wouldn't let it go for whatever reason it was. And we tried really hard, and they just wouldn't give it to us. And she was starting to get some radio play out in the Bay Area. So Corey just decided, well, we can do a cover of it. And so he got Joe Tucci, who, for those that don't know, Joe was in a disco band called Gary's Gang. And he does, a lot of production stuff out on Long Island. And he did like an amazing version of the song for you to sing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he was fun to work with. We went in my jams, all hungover and everything. And I did it in a couple of hours, but he was so patient with me because he was like, look, you got this. Like, I know you want to do this. And I was still new to like recording, that was, and it doesn't feel the same behind the mic in the studio as it does, in my car, in the shower, or even on stage at this point. Still to this day behind the studio, I'm like, but he was so great to work with, and, just so accommodating to every fault that I brought to that project at that very moment. It didn't start out well, but it ended, and not ended, but it's still doing so great.
Oh,
So.
It's amazing. I mean, again, another Hot 100 song for you. I still hear it on the 90 stations everywhere. I still hear it on KTU.
I
It's like
know.
you hear it everywhere still. It's such a classic song, and amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. To think I didn't like it. People are like, "You didn't like that song?" I'm like, "I really didn't." And it was my sister Danielle who just shunned me in that record, because she was like, "No, you can't do this record." And then we were singing it in our bedroom, and
Right.
3
And then
months later,
and then she sees you on the Jenny Jones show.
yeah, you got to do it. I'm like, all right.
So let's talk about some of the shows that you did. You did do Jenny Jones, and I remember, when did you first meet Joe Zangi?
When we had a record release party in South Jersey. I want to say to Delphia's.
Okay.
No. Was it Delphia's? No, it wasn't. Joe's probably going, no, it's not. Wherever he is. There's so many things. People are, I just saw this. Look at me, new to Twitch.
Yeah. What's up, CJ and Cheryl?
Hey. Sorry, I'm not trying to be nothing. But yeah, so they brought him in, or you guys did, somebody did, brought him in to open for me that night for my record release. And it was so big. My mom was there. I was so excited that she came in from Texas. I saw his show and I was just blown away. I mean, he's so charismatic, just in his personality day to day, that it just really just reflected so much on the stage of just this bigger than life personality, amazing vocals, and he just nailed it. And he had that crowd. I really feel like that was his lane, his crowd in South Jersey that loved them some Joe Zangi. They still do. And so I really feel like he brought up that energy for me when I went on, which gave me, still had, goosebumps and the chillies about going on, but, gave me a little motivation, and it was just great. So afterwards we met and I was like, I need this. Like, I need you to be on the road with me. Like, you're my duet guy. Like, you're it. And so ever since then, he became my best friend. He's my son's godfather. We've been on the road so long and for so many years that we've grown up together so much, but it's just crazy how we started as kids and now we're like, look at us, look at this wrinkle. Oh my God, these things are happening, and so we kind of grew up together. It almost seems like as kids in this business, up until now. So yeah, but it was just amazing. That was a blessing that I was able to snatch him up the way I did.
Yeah. And he goes on, originally, I think it was for Can't We Try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because you had done the record with Collage, and Collage didn't, Adam didn't really want to do any touring or anything.
Yeah. So. Yeah. He didn't want to. He was like, I don't want to do it. I'm like,
yeah. Okay.
So Joe did. And then we did Dream Boy, Dream Girl, which was the cover of Johnny and Cynthia, which was super fun. I got a bunch of shit for it, actually, because I'm only 44. So they're a little bit older than me in the genre. And she had already had this record out. And Joe will tell you that I used to walk up to him and go, who's that? And he'll be like, all right. Okay, Rock, ready? That's Cynthia. She sings Change on Me. She's freestyle. And he would give me this scoop as we walk. I'd be like, hey, Sin, what's up? So that's kind of how I met everybody. My brother's 9 years older than me. I listened to Foreigner and Rush and all that. So I never, listened to freestyle music. So it was a whole new thing. And I didn't even really know it was a thing. Catch Me I'm Falling, of course, was my first and favorite song. Then I was like, that's freestyle. I get it. Pretty boys with girls. Catch Me I'm Falling. So,
right.
So then I was like, oh, I get it. And so so then I came in and they all loved me up and they really kind of opened me, accepted me with open arms. And I was like the baby of the group and it was fun. It's fun. It's been a real ride.
Oh, absolutely.
A real ride.
No, I mean, one of the fun things that, I've gotten the chance to do with you is go on the road, to do some shows and, it's been interesting.
It's fun. I'm like, good for you thinking that.
Well, look, we've had, our ups and downs, and,
Yeah.
I
I
mean, I
was
remember,
super complicated back in the day. I was.
yeah,
I'm too tired to be that complicated now with kids and, a man and a life. I'm just too tired to be that. I'm like, okay.
right. Well, I'm gonna give you a story now to see if you remember this one,
Mm,
because,
mm.
and it has to do with Jenny Jones, and not what I said after the show, but before we actually went on it. You were still a little bit uncomfortable with fame.
I was also
And
5 months pregnant, so let's throw that in there.
okay,
5 months pregnant.
that
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
And
Very
we
uncomfortable.
we go out for lunch, and I think it must have been a TGI Fridays or something. And there was the hostess apparently had recognized you, but you just kept looking like, why is she staring at me? Why? And the Staten Island street kid came out, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to break up a fight here because like she's gonna go after her. But it was just like, fame is, something that you have to get used to, I think. When do you feel that you became comfortable with that?
Oh, I'm not now.
Really?
Oh, no, not at all. I always kind of looked at it like, okay, while I was on the road, signing autographs and everything, backstage, I was changing diapers and changing clothes because I had baby vomit on me, and so then I would walk out and people are like, "Oh my God, you're amazing," and I'm like, I just cleaned up poop. You like me, and I felt so normal and so regular, and I get more blessed than anything that
Yeah.
I had this, and like I have the chills now. It is so surreal to me till this day that not that people like me or they like my music, and I've been given a gift. I believe not good at a lot of things, like saying thank God, but just having that, and it's just so overwhelming. And even now, I don't know if anybody even tries to follow me on social media. I'm so bad at it. And I have a crazy family that people would love to see, like all of our stupidity, like on the way to the airport. People would love it. And I'm just so taken back and like, this is my private life, and this is this. So having both sides of that, being incredibly
Right.
private and not wanting to be super exposed, to not really having a choice, that here's your life. Ta-da.
There it
Here's
is,
the
unfolded.
public judgment for you, Rockell.
Right.
But so it's still really weird to me. I mean, 20 something years later, I still, like, what the fuck are you looking at? Why is
Right.
that
Yeah.
crazy? Like,
Well,
but yeah, I'm super blessed, and it's still super weird. I love it, and I love all the fans that have rallied for me so hard to, where have you been, and get on
yeah.
Facebook, and So I appreciate y'all for trying to help.
There you go.
But
Actually, that's a
I'm
question.
gonna work on it.
What's your Instagram?
Rockell Music.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
simple enough,
And I
right?
think that's my what's the new one? TikTok. I got to get on that too. I'm getting yelled at by everybody. But that's Rockell Music too.
Okay.
I'll get on there.
And
And
they had the End of Dream Challenge for a while.
how cool was that? I saw like 22 million views on that. The original guy. I was like, look at you getting your thing. When's my next concert? No clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
I mean, Cheryl's from Florida, so they're kind of open now. But
Hopefully,
yeah.
I was supposed to be there, but I got bumped. But it's cool.
There you go. Cool.
Happens.
All right. So let's talk about Jenny Jones for a second. Now, you guys went on and performed, and I know that like a little disappointment there for whatever the reason was. I thought it was good, but like to kind of calm things down, I told you and Joe, don't worry, no one's ever going to see it.
Right. Lies. It's all terrible, terrible lies.
It was all lies because
All
now
lies.
it was fine before like YouTube came about. Then YouTube came about and every fan found it and started posting it again. And I would just get the call like, sure, no one's going to watch this. No one's ever going to see this, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, John, you big fat liar.
That was hysterical.
Shit.
Yeah, that was hysterical. Oh, you keep losing your headphones there?
Yeah, because I can't see, I'm not technologically savvy at all. So I do have Apple earbuds, and
Okay.
can't really get them connected to my thing. Okay, it's not
Right.
happening. Got these. It's
It
gonna
is
pull
what
out
it is,
my head
right?
10 more times.
All right. So you've gotten now 3 records on the radio. Things are going really well for you. Backstreet Boys. You start opening shows in the tri-state area for them. How'd that come about?
I have no idea.
Really?
Probably you. Oh,
Actually, no. It was
absolutely.
Mark
Mark
Katz.
Katz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Mark Katz.
Absolutely. Mark Katz, who so rallied for me. I was so complicated and such a pain in the ass. And he really just kind of put me under his wing and was like, come on, we got this. And you got to shut up. And I got this show for you. And just keep shutting up, Rockell, and just go sing. And did I tell you to shut up and quit talking and sing? Thanks. So that's what he did. He did so many amazing things for my tour back in the day. I mean, I did stuff with NSYNC and Pink and this one and that one all over the place, all because of Mark Katz. So I miss you, love you, thank you. But yeah, it was because of him, and it was crazy. I mean, because they're the freaking Backstreet Boys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was super fun, and we did all the, I guess, Northeast up here. We did. And yeah, funny story. So we're on the way to, Joe's probably laughing if he's watching this. We're on the way there, and we're in the limo, which I hate, but we're in the limo and we're driving down the highway, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm just not. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Joe, let me ask you a question. Do you think if I opened up the door, I could roll out and be okay? Like, and he was like, no, what do you mean? No, you can't do that. And I'm like, I feel like I got to get out of this car. I got to get out of this car. I'm going to go sing with the Backstreet Boys. And then it was because they had so many like girls that were fans, you know, and they were a big, sexy guy group, you know. And I think Aaron, when he was younger, actually opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the three of us. So I was worried. I said, I'm going to get on stage. They're going to boo me. They're going to be like, who is this chick? We want the Backstreet Boys. And I was like, oh my God, I was just horrified. I can't do this. And Joe was like, no, man, like they're going to love you. It's going to be great. He was so motivating back there, and still is.
Yeah.
So motivating. And I was like, okay. And so we went on and did the show. And I was so blown away at the response that I got. I even got some of their stuffed animals, and they were throwing roses and different stuff up on the stage for me. And, you know, that was just, I mean, it was mind blowing to me. Just they're so cool. And here I am like this dork, you know, they're like, y'all like me too, you know, but it was amazing. And the boys were always so great. I was pregnant during that time too. And they would rub my belly. My AJ would rub my Buddha belly for good luck, you know, before they went on. And everybody gave me a hug, and they were just really sweet. They were just a great group back there. And we were even able to pray with them a few times, which we always do. And then they did as well. So it was just nice. But yeah, blown away. It was so cool to just be a part of that.
Yeah. No, I remember going to one of the shows, and it was so loud in there with those girls screaming.
Yeah.
And it was the one I was supposed to tape for you. And I'm down in the pit, and Mark Katz comes out and he goes, John, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? It's like, you know, it's because I have the video camera out. He goes, it's a union place. I have to pay for it. I'm like, well, that's what they wanted. I don't, you know. So he goes, all right, hold on. And he goes and he pays the fee for me to tape it. And in the process, I forget to take the lens cap off.
I remember that.
And I'm taping nothing.
I was so excited about seeing it. That's funny. I remember that.
Yeah. So I was like, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Just the fun old times of the 90s, I guess, you know?
Right? Yeah. And then everything was on a DAT, you know. Then it went to CDs, and look at us starting on the tapes.
Woo!
And now I can't even link my headphones to my computer. So that just shows you how progressive I am over here.
You didn't have enough time. That's all. You could have done it.
I know.
You could have done it. It was that stupid Chrome you had to download.
I'm not, this whole Mac Apple thing. I'm not. I'm yelling at my son. Get over here! Hold on! Hurry up! He's gonna kill me. I'm late.
Another fun time I had was we did 2 shows up in Buffalo and Rochester. Do you remember kind of doing that on a radio run?
With I know Jay, maybe, and Aaliyah?
Janelle was actually, who was on the show? It was Joey McIntyre was solo.
Oh, Maya was there.
Maya?
Oh no, that's another show.
No, that was probably different. That was a little after. Who was the other guy that was in the group with him? He was there with McIntyre. With Joey McIntyre.
Jordan.
Huh?
Jordan was there.
Yeah?
Jordan and Joey had singles.
All right, it was Jordan. That's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we took a plane from Buffalo to Rochester. Remember me? No one on the plane. It was just us. We're on this huge like 747, and there's like 5 of us on the plane because it
No.
was cheaper to take the plane than rent a car, and it was like literally nobody on this plane. So that was a crazy time. You also, I think it was at Rochester that you sang with Edwin McCain.
I did.
He was on the show.
That was the big show.
Yeah.
That was the big show. Jordan was there. Maya was there. I know Jay was there. I was there. Joey. Oh my gosh, 98 degrees. It's never going to happen. I'm going to slam it soon. Yeah, that was a huge show. But yeah, we went into, after sound check, and went into his trailer, and we just sat in there and sang forever. And he said, why don't you come and do this with me? And I was like, shut up. Shut up. Like, so many things happened on this tour that just blew me away. Like, you want me to sing with you? You're freaking Edwin McCain. I was like, you're the shit.
Yeah.
And that was one of his last shows because he got married in the September following that. And he was like, I'm done after this. So I don't know if he did much after that, but yeah, I got to go and do harmonies on stage with him.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy. Yeah. I love that you're bringing all this stuff up. It's great. Yeah. I had a good career. I had a good run, folks.
Yeah, you still do. A lot of show left in you.
Yeah.
We had some great trips to the Winter Music Conference.
They're always fun.
Yeah.
You kind of know everybody after a while,
Yeah.
doing all the radio shows and knowing all the DJs. And so that's always fun. You got to handle the business. Oh, I did a panel. That was weird. You remember you had me do a panel? I was like, all right, people want to ask me questions about my career. I've been out 37 seconds. It's been great.
Right.
It's been
wonderful.
It's been amazing.
What a ride I've had.
Yeah, but it was fun to be up there. Again, it's incredibly humbling that, people want to ask me questions and they like me. People like me. Yeah.
What's not to like? Come on.
Hey, no, I know I'm awesome. I get it.
Yeah,
but I'm just kidding. I'm amazing, and I want you all to know. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's crazy again, because if it wasn't for the gift that I've been given, I would not be here today. And that's exactly where I stand from my heart and my faith and my life. I wouldn't be here. So having all of this, just come to me and just be like this, a massive blessing all the way around. It's blown my mind, and it still does. I mean, I can't even say it enough. I'm just incredibly blessed and humbled by even the fact that people are watching me right now. What's up, y'all? Yeah, it's nice. It's great. So yeah, I'm a little corny when it comes to it.
There you go. CJ has a request. Could you do an acapella?
What do you want to hear? In a dream?
No, do whatever you want. You don't even have to do your song. Do whatever.
What am I singing now at home? Any requests? I don't know. I'm so bad at this. People are like, can you sing for me? And I'm like, sing what? I never know. But then I'll go to karaoke and sing forever.
There you go.
One more. Give us one more song. Oh, the Dan Stevens, Cameron and Rockell. Ooh, that's coming up soon. We're going to talk about that. Don't worry.
There you go.
Steven, it's happening. What do you want me to sing? Pick a song, John.
Maybe Bob Burken. He's on the check-in here.
What?
We love complicated Rockell.
Of course. Hi, Bob. Complicated Rockell.
There you go. Scotty B from Prom Only in the house.
What's going on? I don't even know. Well, I'm still sitting here. Oh, you know what? What's up, William? I want you to know, William was my first huge fan. And he rallied for me so hard. He would push all of my records everywhere he could find them. Tell everybody how much he loved me. Always stay in touch with me. Baby, I am thinking of you, and I saw you today. You look so handsome, by the way. Look at you. But yeah, thank you for always being there for me. Are you ready for my love? Wait, I gotta tell you, I probably don't even know all the words to that song anymore. It's so long.
Yeah, because it's not one you do in the shows, so.
Weddings I do that in.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and then I have to go back in and learn it all over again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sharon McCarran, who's in the chat.
What's up? What's up? My
Lena,
favorite karaoke song is Footloose.
let's hear it.
Are you serious? I gotta sing Footloose?
But I want the freestyle version.
I don't know. Stop it. Yeah, okay. This thing is flying off my face at any moment.
There you go.
I'm not gonna sing kick out. Everybody cut, everybody cut, everybody cut, everybody cut, everybody cut, everybody cut.
Everybody cut Footloose.
That's my jam.
There you go.
Karaoke song.
All
Okay,
about that.
it was amazing, wasn't it? You're welcome, everybody.
All right, let's talk about it's a tough time. You can't do shows, everything's locked down still. I mean, there are some areas like Florida, you can do them. Would that be something you would consider going to Florida to do a show, or are you still kind of a little concerned about how that would come off and the whole COVID thing? And
I really have had a rough quarantine, from medical issues to my neck started collapsing. I wasn't able to sing or even walk for like 30 days. It was brutal not knowing if I was going to be able to do this anymore. I didn't know what my problem was. I couldn't get into the hospital. Just being an athlete for so long and then being, just so active and running and gardening and doing all of this stuff. It just came to a screeching halt during all this. And then everybody around me was kind of, passing away. And it was absolutely brutal to just kind of feel like everything was coming to an end. And so I kind of pushed myself back and said, I just don't think that I have the strength to pull through this anymore. I wasn't really sure where I fit in, if I still fit into the freestyle genre, because I was a little bit younger and everyone kind of had their own fans, and, maybe this wasn't my lane, or maybe it is, but, freestyle fans came back and was like, no, we love you. We love you. Like, this is your lane. This is what you have to do. And, if it really wasn't for all the support that I was given from the fans,
right.
And I really didn't even put my business out like that on Facebook, but, some people that knew what was going on just kind of said, pray for her, or, or just, you're in our hearts and our spirits and stuff. So if it wasn't for the fans, then I don't know if I would have made the step to continue doing it. As far as touring, yes, I want to get back and do stuff in Florida and wherever. I'm getting better with, like the whole panic scene. That's not helping me. Mark's like, I'm just, yes, I want to get back into it. I want to do it. I want to be at my top. I want to be at my best again. I need to, like, quarantine. I got so fat. Just you kind of cook. You want to say hi? Come here. But yes, I do want to do this. Yes, I need to just kind of feel myself again, bring that the confidence back that I used to have on the stage, and my drive and my desire to do it again, because it is, right before quarantine hit, it just kind of, went like this, and then all of a sudden it was just like, and then that's all I've ever done. It's all I've ever known. So it's like, well, now what? What the fuck am I supposed to be doing now? This is all I know. This is all I've done. I'm pretty good at it, I thought. And now everything about me physically and emotionally is collapsing from this. So I definitely need to, I think that's going to be my only way back, is to fight my way through it, to get back on this stage again, to get back. I mean, I'm on a plane because I got to see my parents, the parentals, and they need me. I definitely, I want to do it. I want to get back into it, and I want to be stronger and better than I have been. I feel like even through quarantine, after I was able to kind of work on my vocals and my voice again, when I wasn't in so much pain, I was like, I can do this. And I feel like my vocals have gotten stronger, and there's, even if I do freestyle, I can do other stuff too. I love you guys. I see all these posts and you're going to make me cry. But thank you for just staying by me. It's been a little rough, a little scary. I know everybody has gone through so many trying things, and I haven't been praying just for me. I've been praying for everybody. Like, God, I need you to put your hand on this, whatever, whoever you believe in, You know,
Right.
you just got to have a little faith to, kind of rally and pull yourself back in. And I think that's what I'm trying to do now. So, a little scary, you know, but
Yeah.
I'm ready, and I'm gonna fight through this. So you guys are making me cry. Stop texting.
No,
I'm
I,
saying all these wonderful things.
you are saying wonderful things, and it's
No, I'm
I
saying I see all of them, like, "I'll
yeah.
never stop loving you," and
No.
that's huge for me, you know? I don't It's huge. I don't know.
Look, the
I love
fans love you. You're going to feed off that energy. Look, I think that over the next couple months and probably by the end of summer, things will open up a lot more where you'll have opportunities to hop on that stage and crush it again, you
Yeah,
know?
I'm ready.
So, yeah, and let's talk about that because the freestyle fans, when you go to a show and you watch, I mean, I'm fortunate enough that in New York there's a lot of them. What amazes me is it's the same songs for the last 30 years over and over again in the same order, and people don't care. They go nuts.
Yeah,
It's like,
freestyle fans are the most dedicated
yeah,
fans out there.
uh-huh.
Absolutely.
And they have such an energy that they feed into the performers and stuff. And it's such a great atmosphere. So, talk about, do you have any like, crazy fans that like will follow you around or,
Oh,
every show you
Williams was
do?
for a long time.
Well, he's
William
helped
was
out.
out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, he was amazing. I have a lot of Canadian fans,
Okay.
which
Very
when
big in Canada. You had two
I
top tens in Canada,
yeah,
right?
when I go to Canada, it never fails. There's somebody at the airport, somebody at the hotel, and it's listen, I don't hate it. I mean, if you get fucking weird, you know,
Yeah, that's different.
if you pull out all the creep stops, then
Then
but
you
yeah,
see the other Rockell.
yeah, and then you see yeah. I'm nice.
You are nice. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I do. And wherever Maritza is, she's running around here somewhere. Maritza's always there. She's a huge freestyle fan, and Kelly, and there's just so many of them that have not just singled me out, but have just this is like our rally squad of freestyle fans that are everywhere. So yeah, there's some. It's fun. Oh,
Yeah.
I love you, William.
So now we went through the music on the first album, all the big hits. Getting ready to come out with the second album, it kind of takes a musical turn,
Huge.
into yeah. I mean, it becomes basically the sound of New York, which was really kind of a house vibe to it. And what made you decide to go that route?
I had some records that they wanted me to hear. A lot of them were covers. Some of them were covers, which I thought was really strange. But you and everybody at Robbins at that time just had this vision of what these older records could be. We did a few on the first album, like "Can't We Try," which was huge. But this one, um, I was a house baby. I was in the Tunnel and Limelight and Expo and
Hmm.
Sound Factory. I was there. That was my lane. So going into freestyle, I was like, what? Deborah Cox and Whitney and all the big ass house records that were out at that time was where I live, all in my belly and in my heart. That's where I live. So when these records, I was like, absolutely. And they were like, Peters, Hex Hector. I was like, yes and yes. What are
Yeah.
we doing? Let's do them right now. Let's get this. But I love house music. I love a big vocal. That's I guess that's why I lean towards vocally big artists like of course Deborah and
Yeah.
Cece and all that. But that was my lane. And oh, I got the chills. Who's ready for Sound Factory? JP, I see JP's been out and about doing so amazing and staying relevant during COVID on Twitch and everything. And they're like, so many people are like, do you remember this song? What you did to me, what you did to me? And then the remix, and when you went to Sound Factory and I'm like, yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah.
He's been staying relevant. But hearing those people that were going to be attached to my records was also a big help for me because I love Hex and Jonathan, and they're just uber talented. And there's so many other producers, and I don't mean to like scoot anybody away, but we were just talking about Sound Factory last night and that show, and so that's why I brought them up.
Right.
But
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's definitely vocally bigger for me, which was fun.
yes.
which was a lot of fun. And I feel like I have those. You guys are going to see some boobs if I keep leaning over in about 5. um, um, but I like a big vocal. I like the way that feels. I like to get my dance on, every chance I get. So that was I felt like that was more my lane. But it was great that I had freestyle mixes to go along with it. So I didn't, scoop out of that freestyle realm and take away from, me from the fans and all that stuff. I didn't have to. So it was fun. And now the freestyle fans, when I do shows, they like what you did to me and the remix of it. And,
Right.
the different records that were on that album that I guess I didn't expect them to, because it was a little more housey, but yeah, I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, no, I remember going into, because Jonathan Peters' office was right around the corner from Robbins at the time. And we went in there to hear his mix and it was like, oh my God, this is great. It was really, something special, and
Right.
the dance was, it's an amazing song to cover. It didn't really click with the radio people, but it was an anthem in the clubs.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to do it because my mom and dad live in Texas, and I grew up here training for gymnastics and stuff, and so I got a lot of Garth Brooks and a lot of country in me. So when they brought that record to me, when you guys brought that record to me, I was like, oh, I'm not doing a Garth Brooks. Hey, that's Garth Brooks. Like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you people?
Right, what's wrong with you people? So I called my mom and I was like, what do you think? And she told me the story of how if it wasn't for the dance that she danced with my biological father, that she would have never been blessed with my brother and I. And of course, I'm going to cry again because I just pulled up here. But I was like, well, you suck, because now I have to do the damn record.
Right. I don't want to do that, but now I got to.
But I was like, all right, I'll do it. But he actually made Garth Brooks said it was the best rendition that he had heard since his, and he felt like that my version didn't take away from the meaning of the record, but gave it a little bit of a new meaning, and kind of went this way.
Right.
Did Oma tell you to bring me?
No.
Who did? Look, you want to look how cute they are. We just pulled out, and my son comes and brings me 2 shrimp.
It's dinner time.
Hey, John. So look, this guy was in my belly when we were on tour.
What's up, JJ? How are you? Good to see you.
Hey.
Yeah, when I was at your mom's wedding, we were wheeling you down in the little wagon. Yeah.
Wagon. All right,
go. Enough.
Thanks for the shrimp. I hope y'all don't mind.
There you go.
Eating without me.
It's fine. So now, after the second album, you left Robbins to do some other stuff. What was that journey like? Putting out some records solo and through other companies. And I know you did a cover of like on the radio, which sounds really amazing. To this day, I know you do it in the show, which is great.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I had a lot of opportunities to do different stuff with different people outside of the whole label and the structure of everything and everybody else to keep me structured, because that didn't happen.
You tried.
I tried so hard. Whoever's in charge of me is fired, okay? Because, yeah. I have all shrimp in my teeth now. I'm glad y'all can't smell my breath. I'm like, whoo. All right, where were we? Sorry.
We're talking about the post-Robin years.
Oh, yeah,
Robin's years.
So, I got to go into the studio and do some other records. I got to do a little bit more writing. I didn't really release a lot of the stuff that I wrote. I was mad at the time, so it probably wasn't just radio friendly like it would be now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, the structure and the way that things were done, it's a lot harder. I think I kind of started doing it right when labels, I don't want to say became not so important, but right when what am I on? Freaking computer, the internet.
When artists were able to do it a little bit easier themselves, do it yourself kind of model.
It's a lot easier, but it's also when it comes to the promotion part of it and getting people to the radio and getting your song to the radio, and who do you talk to and who's going to talk to me now that I'm not with a label, and am I still relevant, and LOVE. Yeah, that's even. I did a lot of fun songs, which was really cool. They did really well in the South. A lot of stuff I released. Tears did really well in the South. and LOVE did pretty good with the DJ circuit, which was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really different because before, everyone was like, okay, Rock, you got to do this, this, this. You're here at this time. We're doing this song at this time. We're going to go here and here and here. And it was incredibly structured, which was exactly what I need.
Right.
Still to this day. So anybody looking for me? uh, but yeah, I mean, it's extremely different, because then, again, it's just like pulling teeth. You guys already had the in at the labels and at the radio stations, and and then this all came along on the internet and all that stuff, and that was the new thing. And again, not good at it. I don't ever claim to be. I should be nailing it as long as I've been doing this. Totally nail this whole promotion thing, but I'm not. But yeah, that's really all it was. Is just I guess I felt like I had a little more freedom to be like, I don't like that song and I'm not going to do it, and not have Corey go, but it's a good song. And
Right.
he has the judgment, so I couldn't knock him for it, so
Sure.
of course I would do it. But, it was different to kind of like, what would Corey do? What I mean? One of those, would Corey like this record? So yeah, I kind of took what I learned from that and then, kind of did it myself, and it did all right.
There you go. Scotty B, shout out to the shrimp.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, one more lip.
There you go. Turn Up the Heat was the jam.
Turn Up the Heat was good. That was fun. That was a soft release. We did not, Rockell does not equal structure, but incredibly kind of far away. Thanks, Bob. Where are you? Yeah, it's very different. I got to pick my own and do my own, but I never know it was going to be good. And then you didn't have the arm's reach to really get it to where you needed to get it. And right. I guess I didn't have the dedication. Not dedication. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. What am I doing? You guys did everything, and then it was like, yeah, wing it, girl.
Right. It's a skill set that, it wasn't like, up your alley at the time. You were a singer and, doing that stuff.
Right.
So, and to this day, that's kind of what labels are now. They're really marketing machines, Yeah. Anybody can put their music up on Spotify or wherever. But you don't have that marketing, it becomes a little bit more difficult for you.
Right. Without a doubt, a lot more difficult. Don't say little, a lot more difficult.
Yeah. But you can actually pay for marketing now if you have the money. Again, everything in this industry revolves around money. So. And
you know what? This is how late I am. I just found out that you could pay for promo shit on Instagram.
That's everywhere. Yeah.
That's crap. That's poop.
On Facebook, wherever. Yeah.
Like it's cheating. How many cheaters are out there? I just want to know who's cheating. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, Spotify tries to get them all off, but
that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. One of the things that I was always disappointed in is we were never really, there wasn't an outlet really for videos for you. And so we never really shot videos because videos were only really pop singles at the time, So I get that question, asked that question a lot. Where's In a Dream? Where's the video? Where's, this one? Where's that one? And I tell them, well, we shot 3 videos, but they're not full length. They were just snippets for the commercials. Remember?
Tits Up. Yeah. For Fired Up.
Yeah. So, you've got that. And then, you did the What You Did to Me video, which was, we finally got to do one for you.
That was another interesting take.
I think I still have photos from whoever the fashion person was who was taking pictures of all the different
there. She used to go, suck it right in.
So I have all those photos of the different outfits you were trying on to see what would work in the video.
Yeah. And then my favorite, I don't find myself to be like this. Some girls be like, ooh, you're so sexy. And they wanted me to do this sexy part in the video. They were like, put on this lingerie and you're going to lay down and you're going to be like, hey, party's at my place. And I just remember feeling like the biggest doofus because I was like, guys, that's not my lane. That's
right.
Not, you know what I mean? I'd be like, bitches, we're going out tonight. Get your shit. Let's fucking go. Right. They wouldn't be like, hey, girl, I'm in my negligee. We're going out later. No, that was not me. So I thought that I still laugh till this day when people play the video because they're like, this is you. And I'm like, yeah. And they play it. And I'm like, can we fast forward that part?
Right. That's not me.
That's not me at all. That's not me at all.
That's great.
Yeah.
So since the slowdown in the past couple of months, you've kind of pivoted a little bit and you started your own business. So why don't you tell me a little bit about, let me pull this up here. We got, is it this one? Here we go. Rockanadas.
Oh shit. Yeah. So I don't even know how this started. I cook, like I cater all my own parties, and I'm a pretty good cook. I can cook and sing, y'all. That's probably about it. So I was making them for a couple years, through my parties, whatever they're for. And people are like, these are crazy. These are so good. Da, 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 da. And I was like, all right, well, then somebody starts saying, oh, well, can I get a tray of these? Or can I get a tray of the beef? Or can I get the Southwest? Or can I get this? And then I was like, yeah, and nobody was paying for them. I was like, yeah, go ahead. I love it. And then Mark's like, what are you doing? You have me going out getting all this meat, all this cheese, everything else, and now you're not making anybody pay. He was like, where do I fit into this? And I'm like, oh yeah, huh? Yeah. So I figured out, okay, let's try it out. So we started Rockanadas, Empanadas, and I've had a few deaths in the family, and then I'm going to be here for Super Bowl, so I wasn't able. I bought this football shaped empanada cutter. I was so excited about it. I couldn't even use it because we came here now, and then I'm not going back till after Super Bowl, so people would have to like hold them. But yeah, it's truly exciting that people like my food too.
Yeah, see, music, food, you got it all going on.
So when I get back, hopefully, yeah, we're gonna start it up again, and of course my boys are at home, and some friends of mine are like, "We'll help," and I'm like, "Good," because I don't deliver. I'm doing all the cooking; somebody else deliver. But yeah, I'm excited. I love to cook. I sing and I cook. So I kind of get like the best of both worlds from my own energy,
Right.
And then people are like, "I love your food and your voice," and I'm like, "Look at me!"
There you go.
So
Perfect.
yeah, once I get back, we're gonna start up again. My cousin Rocker Jen, she sells like the best. She makes the best um anything, candied bacon and everything that she's got. So she's like, I'll help you. So she's gonna help me kind of get it moving. Again, I'm not a big promo girl, so that's probably gonna be my downfall. But I am talking with Amazon right now because I couldn't figure out how to do shipping without it being like not cost efficient for anybody,
Right.
or the customer. And so I'm working with them now, and I might be selling them through Amazon, which just means that I'm gonna have to cook a lot. I cook a lot, a lot, a lot. So yeah, but I'm so excited about it. Again, it's something that I never thought I would do, and then all of a sudden, it's like, what do I do now? And now I have Rockanadas empanadas, and it's kind of cool, right?
That's absolutely perfect. That's great. Shout out to DJ Kova from Tweak Music Tips who's watching.
Hey, what's going on?
He actually really encouraged me to do this show, so I appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah, because I was doing podcasts a long time ago, and it was just like, yeah, I kind of got done with that. But then he was doing the video thing on Twitch, and he's like, dude, you got to do this. And I was like, all right, let me put something together. And I took a little time, but I put it together, and here we are, 6 shows in. Shoot for the top. Woo-hoo.
That's that. Make it happen, baby.
There you go. Scotty, I don't know if you saw this. Scotty B says it's going to have a freestyle cook-off. Rockell versus Trenier.
You know what? I don't know if I'm going to mess with her because I see her food and she looks like she can really cook.
I didn't know she cooks. I see her earrings and stuff, which are amazing. Like I see her posting her jewelry.
She's the best hair. Get it, those curls.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get her on a show soon too.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, Kova. All right, so we went through the new business, all the music. What are you up to now? Is there any music coming? Are you working on something or?
All right. Just got the call. We just had the final conversation that we're really going to do this. And it looks like 418 Records is the direction that I'm going to go right now. 418 Music, excuse me. Gino Caparelli has been a friend of mine for freaking years. He's watched my dog when I was on tour back in the day, and we had talked about it in the past, and kind of swiveled all over the place during quarantine, but finally had the meeting, and it looks like it's a go. It looks like in the next next couple months, I'm going to have a new record out and start it up. So y'all better just stay on my lane, okay? A few months, and then it's coming out. But it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to work with this whole new team. You know, working with a new team and going in and they, you know, they have a certain, I guess, a certain viewpoint of who I am and what I am and what I'm capable of, and then going in to like kind of rebrand and recraft and to kind of just get a new feel for myself. Working with new people really helps that, you know, like they see
Sure.
me differently than other people. So you're like, all right, this may be something new. So yeah, I'm Bird. I'm so ready, Bird. Where you at?
That's what he calls you,
He
Bird?
called me Bird. Yeah, Big Bird, Little Bird.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
he's my bird for years.
I didn't know that.
I'm excited. Yeah, you didn't see him go Bird.
I saw that. I was like, okay, he's calling a bird. I'm not sure why, but there you are.
Yeah, funniest people I know. Amazing man, great family guy. Just really, it's kind of good that he's in this lane too. You know, we're in this
Right.
lane together. I feel like everybody kind of finds their little path and finds it together when it's supposed to be. So I feel truly blessed to kind of have this opportunity with him and his whole team. So that's exciting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, he's doing
Already.
like, you know, some really good things in that lane with, you know, all his little labels that he's doing. And so I think it's a good choice for you, you know?
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. Here we got a couple of things here. CJ says, yeah. Sharon is like clapping for you. Everyone's supporting you.
That's great.
William's ready. He's ready for some new music.
Yeah, it's
And
been a minute.
yes, she is iconic. That's for sure.
Aw, thank you.
So, all right. Well, it's giveaway time. So, what I want you to do is just go through the chat. If you're interested in getting the collector CD from 1996,
Do you have any more of those, by the way?
for you, yeah.
Okay, good. Because I stole my mom's.
There you go. Yeah, I'll get you. You know,
She
one.
was like, "Where's my CD?" I'm like,
There you go.
it's okay.
But it's a heart shaped CD. We only did about 500 of them, I believe, and I have a few of them. So we're gonna give one away. If you want one, just put I don't know, say a 5 in the chat, and then Rockell will just pick out someone who does. So just keep putting that up there, and we will figure one out. So that what else is happening? Anything else while we're waiting for that?
I'm momming it up
Yeah.
with blended family. Yeah. It's I feel like I pressed repeat on the whole raising boy thing.
Okay.
But that's fine because you know, once JJ's 22 now. Isn't that crazy?
I know.
He's 22 now. And so Mark has his son who's 13. And anybody who has young boys out there knows that they hit puberty and they just become morons. I don't know what happens. It happened to JJ. He's still trying to get out of that moronic phase. And then here comes Justin. He was like, hey, they're just like big dorks. But this blended family has been, it's amazing because the boys, Justin has other sisters, but not a brother. My son's an only child. So they're kind of experiencing and being able to make these new memories together, you know, as brothers, as family. And William, I got you. You know, so just doing mom stuff, and you know, we're looking for a new house now because we're trying to get out of Staten Island. I think just bigger house, you know, and but yeah, just doing mom stuff is kind of crazy, and I'm still trying to cook, and then you know, everybody's dating, and JJ's got girlfriends coming to my house, and yeah, we're morons before we get puberty. I know, but as soon as that puberty button just hits, it's just like, which way does you go? Like, I don't know what happens, but they can't get us together. I just found out that Justin did not know. Ready? Fun fact. You're going to love this. So he's washing dishes the other day, 13-year-old. So he's washing dishes. And I said, baby, why don't you turn the sponge over and you use the green side and like really get it scrubbed? And he goes, oh, I didn't know that that's what that was for. What do you think it was for? Hand all? To like rub the calluses off your other side of your hand?
Right. It's protection.
What are you doing here? You didn't know? Oh, that's fun. So yeah, I get a lot of that between both of them.
Yeah.
So that always keeps me smiling and goofy. But
Keeps you on your toes.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely on my toes. Yeah.
That's funny.
Hi.
Chris Craze.
What's up, Chris? Oh my gosh, that's blast from the past.
There you go. Chris is on pretty much every night on Twitch.
Oh, really? That's awesome. I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
I really do.
You'll have a talk show here soon too.
Right? I need one.
Why not? The Life of Rock.
The Life of Rock.
All right. So go through the chat and pick someone, and I will mail this CD to them.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Chris is at a gig. Nice.
Oh
He's
my
down in
God.
Florida.
Oh no.
What? Oh no, what? What's the matter?
Texting you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you hear my family downstairs. It's like I ran in from the airport. They're all drinking, having a blast.
I do that.
Oh!
I was recording my mix show, like I do a voiceover for a show out in California, and I have landlords downstairs, and they have a little kid, and you just hear every footstep. So I have to time when I'm talking just right. Otherwise, you hear.
Yeah, that's me with my dogs. I have to go. I have to hide.
There you go.
That's cool.
All right, so pick someone.
Did you get my text?
You sent me a text. That's why. See,
Yeah.
I'm not even paying attention there.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to get on your game.
All right, CJ. CJ, you win. So CJ, I will mail it to you. You know how to get in touch with me. I will mail it out this week. Over the weekend probably. But you are the big winner.
Woohoo!
CJ is a winner.
This is cool.
So, all right, Rock. Well, it's been a pleasure as always.
It has been so much fun.
And we'll definitely have you back soon. We'll talk more about some new music that you're doing and all the other stuff, and we'll see how the business is going, and maybe get you some orders out there.
Yeah, I would love it.
So
I would love it. Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. I love you. You've been around forever, so all my dirt. Thank you guys, everyone who logged in today and was watching this. I thank you so much for being a part of this and allowing me to spill my goofiness.
Can we go back to you've been around forever?
Forever.
I'm older than dirt. What? All right, guys. Next week we have, I believe, I haven't confirmed it yet, but it's pretty solid. Brenda K. Starr is going to be on.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Brenda will be on next week. In 2 weeks, we have Murray Elias, who's better known as Ja Fish. He's produced Sean Paul, and he's really big in the reggae world. So it should be some interesting talks. Yeah. So that'll be next Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. Rock, thanks so much for being on.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Okay, and we will see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Take care.